So what customer feel before?
Yeah, if you can sort of remember, we spoke about the before and the
And
after.
after.
Um,
Okay. And
when
where do I slot it? If I'm
Okay,
going to do, where do I slot it? Would
well,
I slot it like
just to write
in the
on
basic
the first
in the
paragraph, I want you to start writing um, describing where your ideal customer is and saying you can maybe write it in the first person and say you are at the moment experiencing this and you are feeling this way and you are feeling anxious, you are all of those sort of things, and you are not coping, you don't have the necessary techniques, you are confused about what to do, it's not clear for you, all of those sort of things. It's like tangible things as well as I think in your case, a lot of is not tangible. And then the second paragraph is your desire. You would like to have a place of calm. You would like to tackle life with the confidence and focus and whatever, all of those things that you can describe very well.
okay. Okay. There is one thing that guys you didn't, and I'm saying what I'm saying because what I'm going to say next it's relevant to that. There is one thing in your program that you didn't tackle, and I knew about that, but not in a way. I just came to know more specifically about it on Thursday. It's the neuropsychology of new habits. Like, you put people on your program, they have their own hustle, their own life, their own challenges, um, but they're not committed because they are in different stage in their life. Okay, so um, we call it the 7 stages. Can't remember offhand, but the first it's called obstacle excuses. Then it's called blockages. Blockages is disguise of that. Wait, I need to find it. I wrote it somewhere. And now I feel a blockage. Okay, what does it mean? What you offer me, everyone does it. It's so boring. I'm not to say that. I want something that will be captivated. I want someone really to say, yes, this is the person that I'm looking for. I'm standing out in the crowd. Okay, why people choosing me for what I do? There are others, not many. It's because I have a style, a warm, loving, compassionate, and I'm a strong one. Okay, so I'm not giving up. I didn't born in South Africa, so I don't sugarcoat things. Okay, but I'm trying to be compassionate and gentle with the person. So my style is standing out. When you tell me, if you feel overwhelmed and overstretched, you know how many programs there are outside that saying the same things. How would I stand out? So I find what you offer me sound great for someone just starting, okay? But I found that it's create blockages in me that I don't think that this is. If I'm sitting on offering, it's not. I'm pushing that off the sleeve. It's need to be really captivating, okay? It's need to gravitate people that's ready consciously and awareness towards me and willing to commit. This is the audience that I'm looking for. I'm not looking, sorry, Neil, to someone to pump themselves. Or, this is not my audience. Already had in their life some kind of experience, training, um, workshop that open the consciousness. They know where they want to be. They're just struggling with the tool and the commitment. They need someone to sit a little bit on the tail and guide them with simple and clear tools. That's all. This is what they need. And then they can improve the sport performance, creativity, workplace clarity and focus. They can come with better ideas that they do have. They can cope with the challenges of COVID, money and everything, because they don't let themselves to fall back. They will fall back, but they will come immediately. Meaning someone that suffers from anxiety, for example, won't stop to suffer from anxiety, but they're going to look on the anxiety differently than in the past, and they can get up on the feet sooner with that kind of resilience and the tool that I'm providing. I hope I made myself clear.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you should say in your service offering. You want someone that
So
knows what they want.
just in
That's
neurology of belief, okay, there are 7 stages, and this is why you find people not showing up. Okay, there is excuses. Okay, oh, I can't, I have my kids, I don't have money, I have, that it's money, it's always priority. Okay, secondly, there is blockages. It is a disguise in excuses. Okay, it's like more excuses but very clever excuses. Then there is awareness. Now we start to have a shift. Okay, oh, I really need a help. This is why I need really someone experience with track record. And I've heard from a friend about Neil, so I really now want to put awareness into my personal fitness, body, whatever, and I really need to do something about that. But that's just an awareness. The fourth one is taking action. Taking action is enroll into Neil. We're still not there. The enrolling doesn't mean they're doing the homework or the practice that Neil gave. Then there is a crossroad. Okay, the crossroad, you will have the life challenges when suddenly you need to work 2 weeks in a row around the clock and you're falling back into your behavior. Okay, so new behavior take a few months to establish, 3 to 5 months. Okay, you can stick to the new behavior even for a year or two. The moment that you introduce yourself back to the old behavior, it takes you only 2 weeks to fall back, and it's proven um, psychology behind that. 2 weeks to fall back. Okay, so the crossroad, okay, it's that you find the positive. I experienced with Neil the practice, and it was really great, and I can say I lose weight, I gain muscle tone, everything, and then I'm 2 weeks back to back, work deadline and everything, and I'm struggling to come back into that crossroad. Okay, and when someone can fall back and come back as soon as possible, that means that they will be with Neil, they will sign to a program, okay, his premium program, which is 3 or 4 months, and then the last months they will miss. Neil got already his money. There's so much that Neil can do, can chase them, okay? They're not coming back even to the program, or they might come back 6 or 8 months. And this is when we need the shift happening when someone falling back, but then quickly resume and coming back. And this is something that I think in your program you need to address. And I think this is what's happening with Celibacy, especially with young people, but that don't have much of life experience. So also the resilience of commitment when there are challenges, and we all have challenges, tackled by that. Okay, so yeah, so I have a blockage of what you offer me. Okay, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel that, come to my program. I need something a little bit more impactful.
okay. I think, well, I mean, is that the way that you wanted to get it across, or you just expanding the blockages that you are actually having now with the program? Or are you talking about from a business perspective, from your service offer, from what you're offering?
I'm talking how to start my service offer.
Okay, I think you need to simplify it. It just needs to be, I think you started off very well with the most impactful things. So the way that your service offer speaks directly to your ideal customer. And I think that's perfect. It's that directness, and that's who you are. You want that person that is either in or they don't want to commit to your program. And with you saying that, I don't even think that you should give people so many options between 6, 8, and 10 sessions. I think if you believe that the only time that they're going to get an actual good result is 10 sessions, then I think that should be your service offering, because then it's always, you have to like justify why they should take 4 more sessions if they're on the 6. It just depends on you though. What I found is a lot of people don't understand the benefits of, if you give them the option of optional extras. And that's why my offer is, my core offering is my whole package. I'm not going to give people because people don't understand the benefits of let's say, for example, the coaching videos or the weekly check-in. Having that accountability, I found, is paramount, especially when you're doing online sessions. And I think you've probably experienced the same thing a lot with people on Zoom, and they're not really always able to be there and things like that. So my advice to you would be direct in your service offering. So what Quentin's feedback is don't talk about what the sessions are about. That's just the product. The product is important, that you need to explain that afterwards, but start off your offering with telling them how they're going to feel, or what their challenge is now, and how they're going to be after it. So I think you have two separate packages. One is directly focused on people that have got COVID and are looking to recover their energy, recover their lung capacity, whatever those main things are. And then you just have a transformational package of, this is what breathwork and movement is going to do for you. It's this many sessions, and this is the outcome that you're going to achieve by doing that.
Okay, you can read what I said. That I'm not fully with you in terms of understanding. For me, I need structure and I need to be specific. But what came up to me as you talk is to have a basic package, and then to have a premium package, and then you have post-COVID recovery package. Okay.
I would even say, I would challenge you and say, is the basic package necessary? If the basic package is going to give them the full experience, then keep it. But if you believe that 10 sessions is the minimum amount when they're actually going to feel a result, then what I've personally done is taken away my short option, my basic option, and my package is my premium package, which is a minimum of 12 weeks or 3 months.
Okay, so I feel that with that, there might be a challenge.
What do you feel the challenge will be?
Lack of commitment. People don't want to commit for such a long time. And I know that from personal experience, my own mentor, when she appeared to my teacher breath session, okay, she came to her as a doctor, and the doctor said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you any medication, I'm just going to breathe you. And then she breathed her, and she said, wonderful, everything. And she said, okay, how many sessions I need to come to feel much, much better for longer time? And exactly this is what she told her, 10 sessions. And she started to negotiate. No, but I can't, 6 maybe, or 4. She ended up, today she's doing 560 something session because she became partner of that doctor. But what I'm trying to say is that when I gave my offering on April, it was like very interesting kind of way. I came like with a help because I'm an advanced international accredited breathwork practitioner. I say I need a few case study, okay? So I'm offering you a 4 session. And I think me and a few psychologists in our course, all of them offer to people free of charge. I don't believe in free of charge. So I offer them what I offer. Only 20% of the people continue with me regardless, beyond the 4 sessions. The majority stick to the 4 sessions. So what you're saying, just stick to the 10 session.
I'm just suggesting it because you sound very clear on your ideal customer. And would your ideal customer have a problem with committing to the amount that you would recommend? Obviously, the people that you are talking to me about they seem that they know what they want, and they'll be committed if you can explain the benefits to them.
Yeah, and this is why I keep going back to selling the transformation and the outcome, especially, and it goes well with what you're saying is your way of working with people, Elliot. in that you are very straight down the line. This is what it's going to take. Because if they saying, I want this transformation, I want to feel like this, I want to look like this, then you got to be very clear. Well, there's only one way to do that, and that's to do my 10-week program. If I'm going to scale it down from that you've got to then let go of something that you want in that outcome. Then that outcome is maybe a lesser version of what you described that you really want. So do you want to, I don't know how to use the examples for you, but you've got to break that down and just really be clear on what it is, because they're buying that transformation. They're buying the end result. If you're going to try and then do this transaction about 6 sessions, 8 sessions, 10 sessions, then they're trying to, then you're selling them the program instead of the outcome.
But if I will present the 6 as an introduction and start to practicing, and then the 10, and then a specific program for COVID that I can give the 12, because COVID takes time.
Okay.
So COVID is like a COVID, okay? So people that have been impacted by COVID and they can't exercise before, they can't breathe before. What do you think about that?
Can you then describe how they're going to feel if they do the 6 weeks program, and what that's going to help them with, versus describing what they're going to the progress they're going to make if they stick to it for another 4 weeks to the 10 weeks? Can you write both of those down, so that again the two offers that people are going to buy is the outcome? So the outcome after 6 weeks, the outcome after 10 weeks. If there's a difference, then the difference is then you can put a value to those two products. If there's no difference, then I want the 6-week one. Remember, I said people don't want a personal trainer. People don't want to work with a personal trainer. They want the end result. If I give them the magic pill that's going to make them toned and lose weight and everything, they'll take the pill. So you got to tell them, okay, what's the difference between my outcome at 6 weeks and my outcome at 10 weeks?
Okay. And would I put it, let's say if I describe like basic, the 6 session, and then premium the 10, over there I need to put, what is the desirable outcome?
Can you come up with something more creative than intermediate and premium? So in yoga terms or breathing terms, is there like a nirvana or a state that you can reach? And I have no idea about these things, so you're going to help me. What is the state that I'm going to be in at 6 weeks versus the state I'm going to be in at 10 weeks? Give me some nice words.
Okay, there is a term that comes from coaching.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's very relevant to actually to yoga, and perhaps also to breathing. But you see, this is more psychological kind of a way approach.
I'm just trying to give the packages cool names.
I'm not sure. I need to think. So nirvana is a desirable state.
Okay.
But not everyone want to be in nirvana. Many of them want to be just in a relaxed space because they don't manage naturally to be relaxed even when they fall asleep, before they fall asleep. Some of them functioning much better if they have the tools to bring some calmness and relaxation. But the terms that I talked about, and this is something that I also want to introduce, I'm not so sure, it's called from whole, a whole, HOLE, to wholeness.
Okay.
We all coming to the world with holes, whether we like it, only a few of us not, okay? And we always want to reach to wholeness because originally we coming from wholeness, but life experience taking us to where it experienced, taking us through those holes so we can grow out of them. So for example, if, and I have a doctor like this, if you never have been sick in your life, even a flu, you never had a fever, you had light headache that passed very quickly, you never understand how people get sick feel like, and you become very abrupt, very harsh, very judgmental, because say, what are you making such a story? It's nothing, because you never have been sick. Only the moment that you experience sickness in your own body or mind, you start to develop compassion. So you need awareness to others to understand. I understand. Oh, that's very difficult. Do you
Just,
understand?
yeah. Won't you write the word wholeness down for me on in Word? Type it for me.
Okay, let me go back to. Okay, where do I type now that I have my
Just
screen?
just type
Where do I
wholeness.
go
Just
now?
at the
Because
bottom. At
I
the
see the
bottom.
screen. Yes, and I'm at the bottom. Can I tap here?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
nice one. Okay. Whole.
Okay, right click it. Right click the word for me.
Second, from holes to
Okay,
wholeness.
right click the word wholeness for me.
Just
Just,
second. I will.
yeah. And go to synonym.
I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Completeness.
Entirety, totality, unity, fullness, comprehensive completeness.
So where I'm going with this is that your intermediate and your premium program, your intermediate program could be completeness in life, where your premium program would be wholeness in life, if as long as the one is a progression of the other.
Okay.
So that's kind of, but I like that wholes to wholeness. But you see, you can use this synonyms thing. To actually just click on fullness.
Maybe that's what the premium should be called, from wholes to wholeness.
Yeah, sounds good.
I think that would be an awesome name of a package. And that's what you were saying earlier, that you want something to grab them, you want something to stand out from the crowd. I mean, you talk about your package from wholes to wholeness. What does that mean? And then you explain it with the passion, even
Yes.
a quarter of the passion that you explained it over here. I mean,
Okay, fullness,
Chubbiness.
luminous, richness,
plumpness.
richness. It's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Richness is the good word.
Yeah.
richness,
If you
richness, the richness within.
click on it,
Okay.
click on. Oh, yeah. No, you clicked on
Not
chubbiness.
chubbiness, fullness. What do we say? Fullness, right? Fullness.
Fullness and richness or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah. Synonym richness.
Click on
Okay.
richness and then right click it again and go synonyms again. Okay, now it's going off track a bit. Opulent.
Yes, it's gone off track.
Luxuries, yeah.
Splendor.
But you see what you mean? You can, with the synonyms, you can sort of drill down and find things. Yeah, so again, getting back to why let's say
I'm trying to think, how do I start? Do you feel exhausted? It's so boring. Do you feel
yeah,
overwhelmed?
no. So
This is like, seriously, I see that in so many places. So how, and question is always a good things to start with. There is no any doubt, not just
so
to throw,
you
this is my
literally,
program.
in your premium package, you've got the before and after. The before is wholes, the after is wholeness. So describe for me what people are experiencing when they are in wholes.
Okay. They feel burnout, they feel exhausted, they feel overwhelmed. Some of them reactive, some of them withdrawal and suppressing emotion. That emotion eating up into the health and well-being. If you're not expressive, if you're not expressive in a healthy way to you, healthy, it's very to you with your emotion, you building up. Actually, most of people have health problem because of emotion problem, because they're not healthy expressing them. What does it mean? It's mean like, I tend to be angry because I got into my father role, so I immediately reactive, and now I'm aware of that only after it's happening. Okay, so I'm trying to develop awareness before, but I'm working with someone else about that, and it's not psychology, it's energy kind of work. Um, in South Africa, and and I'm not talking everyone, and I'm talking what I've heard. Okay, um, people don't get angry. Angry, it's like, ooh, we are offending people. Okay, that's ooh. So they withdraw, or they suppress inside themselves. So the anger becomes sadness. There is no expression. Anger has two two ways. One great way, and there is one destructive. Unfortunately, experience the destructive for quite a while. This is why I want to change it. The
Yeah.
good way of being angry is that it's fuel you to do something, to move
Yes.
forward beyond that.
All
Because
right.
if you're not angry, nothing fueling you, you need to be really, I'm upset. That can be different, but how it can be different, then you start to ask for help.
Okay, great. So so we're recording this. You can go listen to yourself and grab the words that you use there, and see if you can. So I want you to describe the way you did. Right in the first paragraph, describe the before state, the wholes, and then the second paragraph is the after state, the wholeness. And where I'm going with this again is I want you to, if somebody buys the wholeness and they say, yes, I want that wholeness, what is it going to take? Then you can talk to them about it's going to take 10 weeks and it's the full package and here's the price. And then if they argue about this, then that's how wholeness comes. It's not negotiable. You can't have wholeness after 4 weeks. Sorry, it's just not possible. So you have to let go of your desire for wholeness if you're not prepared to do the 10 sessions.
Okay, okay, you see, this is why I need time. Okay, thank you so much. So, yeah, I need to put something from, I hope I don't have a copy, there is no any copyright on that because I studied that 10 years ago, that concept, whole to wholeness. So I
Don't
hope, and I'm sure
don't
that we all copy from everyone,
Yeah, don't worry about it. The
whole to
Bible
whole.
says there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is just everything
Yes.
is redone.
So I need, yeah,
But I like
feeling
that.
feeling
What,
overwhelmed, feeling this is our whole.
yeah.
And how it's affect the wholes, how does it affect our health and well-being. So I need to find a little bit information around that.
Don't,
Okay,
don't
so
don't overthink it. Just write. Yeah, when I ask you to describe it, you come up with it like this. So do it.
no, I can't write what I'm telling you
You know,
guys.
at the top right hand corner, there's a button called dictate. Then instead of writing it, just speak it.
Second, just citing.
You
Here it
can just
is.
click it,
Yeah, yes, this
and you
I
can
know,
just
that
speak.
I know. By the way, I don't like the dictate. Sorry, Quentin. It's never accurate.
I know, but it's just something for you. There's a better program called Otter, by the way, that's much better with dictation. If you are comfortable with dictation.
Yes, I don't have a problem with dictation. I just like it to be accurate. Not that I
Yes.
need to
Go.
go now and check, okay, but namaste, they wrote me nama or mama, okay? So things like that.
No,
So
by
I
the
need
way,
to
I
get,
don't like the dictate. Sorry, Quentin, it's never accurate. I know, but it's just something for you.
Yeah.
it's like I work
There's a
in
better program.
double. I work in double, but I hear I need to find some info. Okay, my question to you guys, I will come with something beginning, okay? You just tell me if it's feel too long, irrelevant, blah blah, and not
so
catching.
so
You need to be gravitated into that, but try to engage your yin part, which means the feminine, because you're made out of X and Y, not just double Y. Okay, so try to engage that and feel that if you've been a female in a modern life, okay, that need to take care of, and I'm not putting that only for female, okay, the guys will come alone. I'm doing that because I will be, maybe, I don't know, I might be involved with equality organization in the state that they actually advocate um, helping women to move in the professional ladder. So I
Um,
need my program also. I don't want to each time to sit for days and hours for
yeah.
each organization to put something. I can take a few things. So
What
it's
what
really
what you could do is this. What you're writing out now, you want it complete. So don't worry about too long or too short. If it's 5 pages, write it out, because you're going to be using different versions of this, like an accordion. You're going to have a short piece or a long piece, depending on where you're going to put this. If this is going to be on let's say a sales page on a website, then you can elaborate quite a bit. If it's going to be in an email to somebody, you can maybe make it a bit shorter. If it is just somebody that you're going to be on the phone with, you want the condensed version. So depending on where you are communicating this message, you're going to be using this one. But just for the clarity in your own mind, for the exercise, write it all out, get it all down on paper.
okay, cool, great. As you're talking, you need to keep talking. I have had so many ideas all of the sudden. Suddenly I have normal questions.
We
Normal
remove
question.
the blockages. We taking the blockages away now. It's just
Yeah,
something
you are.
keeps
You
coming.
are working. You are working with my blockages. But question is always good. I just don't like the one that are you feeling overwhelmed? Here we have the magic pill, 10-day, 10 courses, and seriously, guys, okay, it's not 10 courses, it's a lifetime work. But yeah,
Right,
and what
correct.
I'm trying to establish is a habit. Okay, so if you even falling back, you'll come back.
There
And this
we
is why
go.
you
There we
need the
go.
support. Yeah. So it just establish a habit, and people thinks that it's easy. It's not easy to establish a habit. It takes quite a while. Okay, so the whole concept of, I don't know if years ago it was 21 days of challenge. That's come from psychology, and it changed. 21 attempt, and then you embedded a new habit. That's wrong. You need 60 plus attempt to be consistent, not once in a month,
Okay.
to establish a new habit. And even if you are with a new habit for a year or two, and for some reason you're falling back to an old, it take you around 2 to 3 weeks to fall back. So you need to understand your pattern. You need to understand yourself, and you need to be really committed. So commitment derived from inspiration, uh, motivation, or fear. Okay, so a female, for example, that pick up weight, she was always slim. She doesn't have much inspiration. She has a fear. Whoa, I don't like the way, I look like, how I fit it into my clothes. I need to do something about that. Okay, and I need to be consistent with that. So fear playing a big role as long as it's not paralyzing fear. So it's like a motivation. I don't want to be here. I'm sick and tired. I need to move. So it is inspiration, but there is also, it's more fear. For me, inspiration is like everything fall apart and just, wow, I just need to do that. Yes, I like this, and I don't look how I look now. I just want to be like this and that, and I know I can reach it. This is inspiration. So yeah, but yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Good, thank you.
All right.
So
So
wow.
What keeps coming up for me, there's just one thing I just want to add to this. I felt the same way as you. In I want my product to stand out. I'm not just selling the cookie cutter kind of things, and I don't want to take anything away from that. But what I found with having that mindset, and then like going through this process of changing my packages and working in different spaces, there is still a place where it's necessary to use the boring old words. You may not have to use it the same way, but detracting, completely moving away from it, I tried to do the same thing, and people didn't actually understand what I was offering.
This is my
So that is also the flip side of it. There is a balance. I'm not saying be the cookie cutter and advertise in the same way, but there are value in using those words so that people can just find that basic understanding. It is important. I also don't like using the generic, lose belly fat and you lose a pant size or lose weight, but you have in some world you have to communicate to someone that is part of the transformation. So there is a balance to be found. That kind of language does need to appear so people can grasp it, but I'm not saying you have to be like the cookie cutter.
Yeah,
Cool.
so what came up to me, guys, it's maybe to start, and I'm not so sure it's true, because it's an honest kind of approach. How do you feel now? How do you feel for the past 6 months? How do you feel for the past 12 months? How do you want to feel now? How do you want to feel in the next 6 months? How do you want to feel in the next 12 months? Okay, I feel now overwhelmed, anxious, how I want to feel that, and this can be achievable through A, B, C, D. A simple kind. How do you feel? How you want to feel? Okay, where
Perfect.
are you now? With your health, with your mental state. How do you feel mentally? How you physically? And then I put myself on the stage. I feel anxious. I feel this. I feel that. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. I know
Yeah.
it can be done through that. So
Yeah.
something
That's
maybe
great.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Elita, I'd put in the chat a link to a very good transcriber if you want to grab that.
Transcriber or
A,
dictation?
a transcriber that you that transcribes when you dictate.
Okay.
Just in the chat, where yeah.
Well, I'm not too sure. Should I get out of this?
You can just click on the chat at the bottom of Zoom.
Next to
Well,
participants.
I don't have anything. Just a second. You are on my right. Here on more. Maybe yes.
Yeah. Oh, your screen is probably small. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
this I love this dictation transcriber thing, because it records your voice at the same time as the words. So when you listen back, you can actually go see if it's done it accurately, and you can change it on the spot.
and so I need still to change it manually. Am I right?
Only, yeah, you can once it's processed it, you can click on play, and then you can hear what you said, and just make sure that it's captured the right words.
But if it didn't capture, then manually I need to type
Yes,
it
you can
back.
manually change it. Yeah,
But it's much more accurate than the word
definitely.
normal in default dictation.
But you got to speak in American English. No, I'm joking.
I was trying, yeah, no problem. Tomato.
Oh dear.
Dollar. Okay,
All
that's
right.
great. Okay, thank
All
you
right,
so much,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
What going to be on Monday?
So we spoke about, with a lot of guys, sort of, we threw out a lot of information. We thought maybe we just sort of take a pause and recap everything that we've taught you guys up to now, and just see where everybody is with those things, instead of giving you the next lesson or more information.
Yeah, that sounds good. And what happening with the other guys? Is Shepard in contact with you, Neil?
Yeah, I saw Shepard today. I met with Shepard, and where he's in his